This part covers all that you need to know to have the questions to be asked as an organizer of a party with the quiz zone. The easiest way to have questions is to use the questions from the database from the quiz zone. Our database has over 10,000 questions in English and 10,000 more in Italian. Many questions are also available as open questions. To download our questions in the Management Program menu that you may download from our website www.thequiz.zone, click on Questions and then on Check Updates. Let's do that. Questions, Check Updates. Please perform this operation from a local connection, as a lot of images will be downloaded, making the download pretty big in terms of data. So do you wish to continue? In my case, I click OK. And I start downloading questions. I need to be logged in to do this. So if you're not logged in, you will automatically be asked to log in. Questions from our database are either simple questions without multimedia or image questions. We do not provide any audio or video questions out of the box, but you may create these yourselves using our questions editor. From here, you will also be able to create other simple questions or questions with images. To use the editor, just click on the Questions menu and then on Create Custom. Here you will get the window with all the questions that you have created so far. In this case is none. To create a new custom question, click on Create New, and you will get the Questions editor. I'm going to start creating a simple question without any multimedia, where I'm going to ask, what is the result of 12 times 12? So this is a mathematics question in English language. 12 by 12 is pretty simple. I may classify it like I have to give a level of difficulty of this question. So in multiple choice, this may be a 5. In open, it may be a 10 just because it's maybe a 15. And also a 10 as multiple choice. The difficulty level is 0 for the easiest ones and 100 for the hard ones. If you select multiple choice level, then that means that you will have to specify different answers here, including 3 wrong answers. If you select open question, that means that this question will be able to be asked as an open question. So if you have a question like, which of these is the correct answer, that is not going to work as an open question, of course. So just select whichever is correct. You may select both, but you need to select at least one, of course. Then we do not have any multimedia, so I'm not going to write anything here. And then I'm going to write the text of the question. So what's the result of 12 times 12? I will give the correct answer, which is 144, and then 3 wrong answers. Let's write 120, 156, and 210. Then here at the bottom, I may select whether I want to send this question for publication with the quiz zone or not. If we are selecting this, that means that the quiz zone will be able to use this question as a regular question in our database. So to save this, we just need to close the window and you will see the question appearing here. So congrats, you have just created your first custom question. And now let's create questions with multimedia. Let's create new again. Now I want to ask question, what's the name of this monument showing this image? So this is the image I'm going to show. This is, of course, the Statue of Liberty. So it's quite an easy question. I'm going to select, well, I can select a custom category. That means that I can specify the name of my category. And in this case, I'm going to write landmarks. Language is still English. Open choice, this is easy, so it's going to be a 5. For open, I'm going to say a 10 because maybe somebody will not remember the name of the Statue of Liberty right away, so it's usually harder to give an open answer than a multiple choice answer. Then here I need to select the file, but first I need to select the multimedia type, so I will click on the image and then select the image. Here is my image. I click on open, and then it's going to be used by the quiz zone for this question. I just need to type in the question. So what's the name of this monument? And then the correct answer, which is Statue of Liberty. Then 3 wrong answers, I can write Statue of Statues, Statue of Americans, and Statue of the Free. And that's all. In this case, I don't have to specify the source because it's a picture that I've taken, but if you're getting it online, just double check that you have the rights to show this image, and you should credit the author. Let's close this window, and you have your second question. Let's now create an audio question. In this case, I'm going to play the South African national anthem. So this is a geography question. Again, English language. Not everybody knows the South African anthem, so I'm going to say that multiple choice, this is probably an 80 or 82. And open, this is probably an 88. Then I need to select the file. Of course, as always, I need to select the multimedia type first. And now you see that I selected audio. I immediately got some new controls that we are going to use in a second. So I click on Select File. I select the South African National Anthem. And now I can click on Play to listen to it and choose where I want to start. Let's say that I want to start at the second part. Here, let's go 1 second behind, so you can see you can go 1 second behind, 1 second ahead, 1/10, 1/10. And now I can click on set. That's setting the start position. I want to go back by 1/10. Let's try now. And I like it, so I click on stop and I write the question. This is the national anthem of which country? And I'm going to write correct. That's going to be South Africa. Then I can write as wrong answers: Mexico, Japan, and India. I cannot send the question for publication by the quiz zone because this is a question with multimedia and you're not allowed to send questions with multimedia. And that's all. You just close and you have your third question. Let's now create a video question. Click on Create New. Here's your question editor again. And now I want to show a video that you will see now. So I click on video, I get new controls again, and I also get another window that was displayed in my secondary screen, so it's here. I will select the file, and now if I click on play, I will see the video here. You can see that this is a video game, a Formula 1 video game, and I'm going to ask which racing track can you see in this video game clip. So I just need to figure out where I want the clip to start. I will go back 2 seconds because that's the famous spot. Let me go back 2 seconds. Set start. No, that's too late. 1 more seconds. Set start. Play. Okay, I like this. And now I will also need to figure out where I want to set the end. So this is too early. I want to go in the tunnel so that people will recognize the tunnel. Yes, I pause. I set the end here. So this video is going to be about 22 seconds. This is fine. You have a 60-second limit because, of course, this is a quiz video game. It's not cinema. So let's just write a question. Which racing track can you see in this video game clip? I don't specify a source because this is something that I created myself. And then correct answer is Monaco. Then I can specify 3 wrong answers. So Spa, Monza, or Baku, because Baku is another city track. And, oh yeah, I need to specify the level still. And the category, we can say sports, because you have Formula 1. Multiple choice, this may be 35, open, this is probably a 60. And then I can click on close. And we have our 4th question. So you now know how to create all these different questions. Should you wish to edit any of the custom questions that you have defined, you may do so by selecting it in the custom questions window and then by clicking on edit, or by just double clicking on it. So for example, I want to edit this question. Here's my question editor window. Now I also have this other control which says active question. This box is used as a way to mark a question as not to be proposed for inclusion as a custom question in a party. A typical use for this feature is when you have defined a question containing a mistake and you want to delete it. If it has not been used in a party yet, you may completely delete the question by selecting it and clicking delete in the custom questions window. However, if it has already been used in a party, then it cannot be deleted, but you should rather mark it as inactive. To confirm changes made to a question, simply close the question editor window. So in this case, I can change like this. Wrong 3 is going to be 214. I close and I made the change. That's really easy. Then you can see inactive questions by just selecting this, or both inactive and active questions. In this case, we only have active questions, so we just show this. If you mark the question to be submitted to the QuizZone servers for publication, then you will see the question marked with status to be submitted. So let's edit this. Let's say that it has to be sent to the QuizZone for publication. Let's close. Now you see status is to be submitted. Then I can click on send unsubmitted. And then we uploaded one question. Now it's waiting for approval. You can click on check revisions to find out if it has been approved or not. If you want to create a large number of questions, it may be more convenient to import them from a CSV file. We provide the template for this CSV file that needs to be imported, and you can get it by simply clicking on Create CSV Template, which will save the file wherever you want. Once you have saved this template, you may edit it following the instructions in the file itself to create a valid file for import. Once you have prepared your CSV file, you can import it by clicking on Import from CSV and then selecting the file. So let's do that. I click on Import from CSV, and then I select my file for English language questions. I click on Open, and the import is successful. So here you can see all the other questions that I've just imported from a CSV file. And now you know all that you need to define questions with the QuizZone.